Today is the 5th of September 2010, and this is the 47th time we're speaking on the Majjhima Nikaya Suttas. Today we come to Sutta 116, Isigili Sutta, the Gullet of the Seers. Isi, I think in Sanskrit would be Rishi, seers or ascetics. And the gullet basically is the throat, or that part between the throat and the stomach. That's called the esophagus. Thus have I heard. On one occasion, the Blessed One was living at Rajagaha at Isigili, the Gullet of the Seers. There he addressed the monks thus, "Monks, noble sir," they replied. The Blessed One said, "You see, monks, do you not, that mountain Vebara?" "Yes, noble sir." "There used to be another name, another designation for that mountain Vebara." "You see, monks, do you not, that mountain Pandava?" "Yes, noble sir." "There used to be another name, another designation for that mountain Pandava." "You see, monks, do you not, that mountain Vipula?" "Yes, noble sir." "There used to be another name, another designation for that mountain Vipula." "You see, monks, do you not, that mountain Gijakuta, Vulture Peak?" "Yes, noble sir." "There used to be another name, another designation for that mountain Gijakuta, Vulture Peak." "You see, monks, do you not, that mountain Isigili, the Gullet of the Seers?" "Yes, noble sir." "There used to be this same name, this same designation for this mountain Isigili, the Gullet of the Seers. For in former times 500 Pacheka Buddhas dwelt long on this mountain, the Gullet of the Seers. They were seen entering into this hill. Once gone in, they were no longer seen. People who saw this said, 'This mountain swallows up these seers.' And so it was that this came to be named the Gullet of the Seers." I'll stop here for a moment now. So you can see from this sutta that Rajagaha is surrounded by a few mountains. And out of these mountains, there is one, this Isigili, where the Buddha said the name has remained the same. And because at one time 500 Pacheka Buddhas used to live on this mountain, and they would come down for their alms round, and after their alms round they go up the hill to meditate, and they are not seen again. They probably go into caves, go into ravines and secluded places, and people cannot see them. So you see here, at any one time, like on this hill, you can find even 500 Pacheka Buddhas. But to find a Sammasambuddha is extremely hard, because most of the Buddhas, after they become enlightened, they don't want to teach. There's a difference between a Pacheka Buddha and a Sammasambuddha. And the Buddha said, one night he sat looking into the past, probably the whole night he didn't sleep. And he said he looked into the past for 91 world cycles. The Buddha says one world cycle is so long, it's hard to imagine how long it is. So 91 world cycles is such a long time. He must have spent the whole night looking into the past. And the Buddha said he only saw 6 Sammasambuddhas. Only 6 Buddhas are willing to teach the Dhamma in 91 world cycles. But in 91 world cycles, you can expect many thousands of Buddhas. In other words, 99.99% of Buddhas are Pacheka Buddhas. It's very, very rare to find a Sammasambuddha. "I shall tell you, monks, the names of the Pacheka Buddhas. I shall relate to you the names of the Pacheka Buddhas. I shall teach you the names of the Pacheka Buddhas." Just in passing, I'd just like to remark that in the Mahayana tradition, in the later books, they say they are all practicing the Bodhisattva path that ends up in Buddhahood. They say they want to become Buddhas. And teach living beings. So you can see from here, by the time they actually become a Buddha, they refuse to teach. They become Pacceka Buddhas. Pacceka Buddhas can also be said to be solitary Buddhas. So the Buddha said, "Listen, attend closely to what I shall say." "Yes, Venerable Sir," the monks replied. The Blessed One said, "Monks, the Pacceka Buddha Arita dwelt long on this mountain Isigili. The Pacceka Buddha Uparita dwelt long on this mountain Isigili. The Pacceka Buddha Tagarasikin, Yasasin, Sudassana, Piyadasin, Gandhara, Pindola, Upasaba, Nitta, Tata, Sutava, Bhavitata dwelt long on this mountain Isigili. These saintly beings, desireless, rid of suffering, who each achieve awakening by himself. Hear me relate the names of these, the greatest of men, who have plucked out the dart of pain." I'll stop here for a moment. So you see, this second line, these saintly beings, desireless, rid of suffering, who each achieve awakening by himself. That's the difference between a Buddha and a Arahant disciple. A Buddha is most likely a past life Sakadagamin, a person who has attained the second fruition in a previous life, so that when he comes back, the last time he has to become enlightened. So he'll struggle very hard by himself until he becomes enlightened. So Buddhas enlightened by themselves in their last life. Hear me relate the names of these, the greatest of men, who have plucked out the dart of pain. Arita, Uparita, Tagarasikin, Yasasin, Sudassana, and Piyadasin, the enlightened. Gandhara, Pindola, Upasaba as well. Nitta, Tata, Sutava, Bhavitata, Sumba, Suba, Metula, and Atama. Then Asumega, Aniga, Sudatta, and Hingu and Hinga, the greatly powerful. Pacceka Buddhas no more led to being. Two sages named Jali and Ataka, then Kosala the enlightened, then Subahu, Upanemi and Nemi, and Santachitta, right and true, immaculate and wise. Kala, Upakala, Vijita and Jita, Anga and Panga, and Kutijita too. Pasin conquered attachment, the root of suffering. Aparajita conquered Mara's power. Satta, Pavata, Sarabanga, Lomahangsa, Uchangamaya, Asita, Anasava, Manomaya, and Banduman, the free from pride. Tadadi Muta, stainless and resplendent. Ketumbaraga, Matanga, and Arya. Then Achuta Gama, Byamaka, Sumangala, Dabila, Supatitita, Aseha, Kema, Virata, and Sorata, Duran Maya, Sangha, and then Ujjaya. Another sage, Seha, of noble endeavor, and 12 between, Anandas, Nandas, and Upanandas, and Bharadvaja bearing his last body, then Bodhi, Mahanama the supreme, Bharadvaja the fair-crested mane, Tissa and Upatissa not bound to being, Upasidarin and Sidarin free from craving, enlightened was Mangala free from lust, Usaba cut the net, the root of suffering, Upanita attained the state of peace, purified, excellent, truly named, Jeta, Jayanta, Paduma, and Upala, Padumuttara, Rakita, and Pabata, Manat, Tada, glorious, Vitaraga, and Kanha, enlightened with mind released. These and also other great and mighty Pacceka Buddhas no more led to being. Honor these sages who, transcending craving, have attained final Nibbana, past all measure. That's the end of the sutta. This last one mentioned this Kanha. Kanha means the black. It's probably, don't know whether it's Kanha means black. In the Vinaya books, there's a mention about a rishi called Kanha. So the other day we read about the the black seer, and I mentioned Kanta, actually later I found his name is actually Asita. Asita also means black, and this Kanta also means black. So this sutta is interesting because it shows that at one time you can find so many Pacheka Buddhas, even 500 on one mountain. But to find a Pacheka Buddha, it takes so many world cycles before you can meet a Sammasambuddha who's willing to teach the Dhamma. So from here you find these Mahayanis making the vow to become a Buddha, to teach beings. It's useless in the end when they become enlightened. They just don't want to teach.